Greetings, Professor McKee here with another quick Excel tip your finance professor wishes you knew. In this video, we will learn how to use the payment function in Excel to find the payment for an annuity due. In any intro finance class, you will have a unit on annuities, and we professors will always have questions where we give you 4 of the annuities characteristics and ask you to find the missing one. If you want to ace those questions, this video is for you. I have prepared a question here asking us to find what the monthly payment for a mortgage would be. Now, mortgages have constant payments. There's a fixed length of time. Mathematically, mortgages are annuities. So to get started with this annuity question, mortgage question, we're going to take this verbal description and put in all of the numbers corresponding to it. So first, this is an annuity due because my payments are at the beginning of each month. I'll put in a 1 to indicate that. It would be a 0 if it was payment at the end of the month. Number of payments. So this is every payment. There's a payment every month, and there is a 15-year mortgage. So I have 15 times 12. That's going to be 180 payments on this annuity. My interest rate is the interest rate per month. That is the 0.6%. 0.006. My present value, that is actually the loan amount. So how much I borrowed, or at least how much I have currently outstanding on this mortgage. That is $250,000 for the loan amount. Payment is what I'm trying to find. I want to know what the monthly payment is on this mortgage. And future value, that is how much I should owe after I pay off the loan. Well, that should be 0 because the loan will be paid off. Okay, so I have everything in here. And one thing I might need to do, and not in this case, is I might need to correct signs for present value, payment, and future value. But one of these is 0. One of these we're trying to find. And so I could have the $250,000 be from my perspective or the bank's perspective, positive or negative, positive for me, negative for the bank. And it wouldn't matter because there's only one cash flow moving around that we are going to enter. In this case, I'm just going to leave my signs alone, leave it as a positive $250,000. Now, I'm going to go to my cell next to payment, type equals PMT, open parentheses, and I need to put in the various parameters. First one is rate for interest rate, so I'm going to put in the 0.006. Number of payments, number of periods, and per is 180. Present value is my $250,000. And then future value, by default, it's 0, which is also what I want, but I need to put something in for type, so I am going to put something for future value, just put in 0. And then type also has a default value because it's put in brackets, but type's default value is 0, which means we don't have payments at the beginning of the month, we have payments at the end. That's not what we have here. We have payments at the beginning. If we put in 1, that will tell Excel that our payments are at the beginning of each period. So I close parentheses, and I see my monthly payment here. The principal and interest for the mortgage would be $2,261. Now, let's say we want to be a little fancier, use better Excel practices, and most importantly, be able to reuse this for future annuity questions. I can clear out the numbers I entered in directly and instead use cell references. So I, for rate, needed to put in 0.006. I already entered that in here at B7. I type in B7, and Excel is now going to take whatever value it put in next to I as the interest rate for the payment function. NPER was B6. Present value was B8. Future value is B10. And the type, that was B5, the one next to annuity due. Hit enter, and I still see that exact same $2,260 as my payment for the mortgage, payment for the annuity. Just as a note here, this is a negative value because this payment is going in the opposite direction as my positive $250,000. You can think of it as I borrowed $250,000, so I received that cash, and then I'm paying my mortgage every month. I am paying that as an expense. That's negative cash for me. But the advantage from using cell references is I can now change things. So let's say I change this mortgage. I have a different mortgage now, and I still want to know what the payment is. I can put in the new values around, and then payment will automatically update. So let's say this is no longer annuity due. Now I am paying my mortgage payments at the end of the month instead of the beginning. Well, I just go to annuity due. I change 1 to 0, and now I'm paying a slightly different payment, $2,275, because of my timing is a little bit different. And I can do this for any of the parameters. I could do them for multiple parameters, and this allows me to take this file and use it to find the answer for any annuity question. So with this single function, you can now find the payment for any annuity due or ordinary annuity that your professor might throw at you. If you found this video helpful, please comment, like, and/or subscribe so that other students can find it too. Happy studying.